Hey, how you doing? It's JC at JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue. That is Toledo, Ohio, 436-17419-531-6097. Got this collection on processing. This is going to talk about the Swamp Things, what's left. Swamp Thing 1 is long since sold, and so has the House of Secrets issue, but we got Swamp Thing number 2. Of course, the awesome, very late, great Bernie Wrightson cover, and the late Len Wein writing and co-creators of Swamp Thing. But this artwork and Joe Orlando, God, it's just so good. I mean, just the detail in this stuff. There's artists these days that should break and throw away their pencils and never draw again. You guys could never, ever empty Bernie's pencil sharpener. This artwork is just amazing. You got sort of a retell of the origin there. God, again, just look at this stuff. This stuff just speaks for itself. If you've never looked at Bernie Wrightson's artwork, do yourself a personal favor. Do yourself a personal favor. Look at, people talk about Sam Keith. Please, look at this guy. Bernie Wrightson certainly very highly influenced by Graham Ingalls. Those guys were certainly on par. Men that were equals, but Sam Keith, sorry, not Bernie's equal in any shape or form. This is just amazing stuff. Again, if you've never looked at Bernie Wrightson stuff, again, look at his older stuff, look at his Swamp Thing stuff, and then also when I get around to him, we've got House of Secrets issues and House of Secrets covers that Bernie did. This stuff is just amazing, just the hatching, just the line work. My God, we were at JC's Comics and More back when I was just JC's Comic Stop over at 5239 Hill Avenue in Toledo. These are all different artists I had. I was very, very lucky to have Bernie at my shop back in September 14th of 1995. That was certainly an honor for me to have. Out of all the guests I've had Alex Ross, I've had Ron Friends, I've had Norm Brayfogle, I've had George Perez, I've had Tom Lyle, I've had Tim Vigil. Just so many great artists and creators here. Stephen Hughes, I've had Buzz, I've had Adam Hughes, I've had Javier Sarteras. Bernie Wrightson is the top artist, creator I ever had here. I had a very fanboy moment with Bernie. I can't believe when he was in my store. It's like, man, Bernie Wrightson's in my store. It was just such an honor for me to have Bernie in my shop. And again, we look at the Swamp Thing stuff. Oh, God, just so amazing. His attention to detail, unparalleled. Again, this stuff is just amazing beyond belief. We've got quite a few good issues left. Some are pretty nice, some aren't quite as nice. But again, how would you like to earn some Swamp Things by Bernie Wrightson? The Patchwork Man, him and Len Wein's version of Frankenstein, certainly, for sure. There you got Abigail at her first appearance. Again, you've got this artwork is just, again, can't say enough good things about Bernie's work as just a craftsman, as a storyteller, just as a human being. Bernie was a great individual, and he had a stroke years ago, and we lost him within these last few years, and the world of art, of comics, certainly has suffered. Let's see if we can find some of his prime examples other than the entire book. Again, you just look at that right there. Oh God, and that's Max. That's like, you can also tell his Frazetta influences. And again, it's just amazing. We got another great page back here where this guy's turning into this werewolf. And look at that. Tell me you would not want to own this original art. Tell me you would not want to own that original art for many reasons. One, it's worth more money than people will see in several years of working. But two, that's a modern classic to have. We've got issue number 5. Classic Frankenstein type cover, being the mob is coming after him. Again, he's on the high seas. You can certainly see Len and Bernie's love of Frankenstein coming through here. And also you got these great Daisy BB gun ads that are in here. As you recount, again, look at just the hatching, just the line work that Bernie put into this. And this guy was able to do stuff each month. Each month. You got guys like Gary Frank, great work, but they can't put out work each month. You know, Jim Lee can't put out work each month. Mark Sylvester can't put out work each month. You know, you should be ashamed. Look at Bernie's work. Look at how much detail that he put into his work. Just amazing. Sorry about that. The battery ran out and went dead on me. But again, just look at the storytelling that Wrightson and then Len Wein, the writing, just so great. Both masters. If they're not in the Hall of Fame, they certainly should be. It's a crime that if they're not in the Hall of Fame. Certainly a crime if they weren't in the Hall of Fame before they passed away. You got these other great ads. Again, just this page alone. Just look at it. You can just see the evil in that guy's face as they try to burn the witch. And then his arm grows back. I think this is the first time. So you get to see his regeneration. Classic Wrightson. You can't go around the flames, so he's going through them. And she was a witch. Clockwork Horror. You got this character here. Looks like he's one of the fathers of Tom Servo from Mystery Science Theater 3000. Probably influenced that. This is funny here. Artist conception. You got some artwork being done. They're trying to figure out who Swamp Thing is, and you looked at the best I could do is the description you gave me. You Bernie. You know, that's just classic right there. And then, hey Matt, call Joe Orlando. You know, this is just classic. Got an ad here for some of the great DC books at that time. The first 4 issues were sellouts. Well, of course they're sold out. Back then there was no direct market. Again, look at the detail on this. I dare you to find people that can put that kind of detail in comics these days. I mean, they're out there, but they're few and far between, believe me. You know, maybe like a Mark Bagley. He's one of the few that could probably detail this, but certainly not a lot of these image guys these days that everybody goes to gosh over. No, those guys, they're good cartoonists, but they're not artists. Not like Bernie Wrightson. Got an ad for the Shadow. Got an ad for the first issue of Plop. I had that first issue of Plop. My dad bought for me. Oh, Bernie had artwork in that thing too, and Sergio Aragonis, and it was just such a great book. Got the DC Current, talking about Commandy. He's fighting Tom Servo's father. And then in here, this is issue number 6. If you're interested in this, it is for sale. This has a letter from the late Harlan Ellison. Harlan died back in August, and actually no, it was died in June, because we lost Harlan in June and we lost Steve Ditko in June. But what an honor! You've got Harlan Ellison writing, and has captured the attention of Swamp Thing. That I'm sure that both Bernie and Len both, I'm sure that was probably the highlight, one of the highlights of their career, knowing that somebody like Harlan Ellison was aware of them and respected them, to have the respect of somebody like Harlan Ellison. Here you got the first time he's doing Batman, or he's got Batman in Swamp Thing, Night of the Bat. He's in Gotham City. Again, this artwork, I just can't say enough about it. And you got these cool ads too. You got Bruce Wayne, you know, have my work clothes ready when I arrive. Only as long as it's necessary, Alfred. However, as long as it takes. Right there, that's classic homage to Bob Kane. Right there. Whether or not people knew it at the time, Bernie knew it. And Len, I'm sure Len, once it was published, Len knew it also. Advertising their treasury editions. There you got Commissioner Gordon. Batman, I've got to try to reason with him. Of course, Batman's always, sorry, ugly, you're not getting those ham-hock hands on me. No, please, you don't understand. I don't want to fight you. You don't understand me, do you, monster? I said I'm taking you in handcuffs or a box, your choice. Amazing that wouldn't create my face. It's my fist. It's almost like he didn't even feel them. Please, how can I make him understand? Well, smack the hell out of him. You'll make him understand. You'll get his attention. There you go. There you go. He clocked him and knocked him out. There you go, Batman. What kind of answers do you have with that? Damn, the Swamp Thing's gone. Well, look, Batman's doing detective type stuff. Unlike Batman comics these days. They're well written, but when's the last time you saw Batman do anything detective-y? You got this great artwork that Bernie did just for the letters pages. With this issue number 8. Again, the Lurker in Tunnel 13. Man, oh man. Got this bear, Swamp Thing fighting the bear. Also, one of the previous issues we did have, let's see if we can go back and find it, we did have a retelling of Swamp Thing's origin. I forgot to point that out. Let's see what issue that was. Here you go. There's a retelling of Swamp Thing's origin in issue number 5. We'll come back to the issue number 8. She certainly looked a little bit like Linda Holland. This artwork here. And then you got this here too. Again, just amazing. Instead of writing what I liked about Swamp Thing 5, I'll write about what I didn't like. Paul Edwards, North Belmore, New York. Look, short letters are nicer than long ones. Instead of writing what I liked, I'll just write what I didn't like. There you go, Paul. You're a man that knows good artwork and good story when you see it. It's one of the last issues with Bernie. There you got Abigail. Matt Cable, Ms. Arcane. You got an alien that Swamp Thing is going after. It zaps his hand off, but his hand regrows. But he still manages to knock Swamp Thing out. He throws him in the swamp, because that's what you do with trash, you get rid of it. The man who would not die. And then issue 13, Bernie had left at that point. Len was still on the book, and art was now done by Nestor Redondo. And again, not Bernie Wrightson, but boy, oh boy, it's not like they had a drop in creativity. This guy's a master in his own right. It's like going from an A+ to just an A. Very strong A. You can buy football jerseys. There you go. They have Swamp Thing. They had him locked up. He's actually able to talk. Tells him he's Alex Holland. There's another takeoff, another retelling of the origin. It's a retelling of some of the past issues of Swamp Thing. The wolf, you can certainly tell the Bernie Wrightson influence in that artwork. And then at the end of the book, you see the graves of Alex Holland and Linda Holland. And Swamp Thing's wondering, what did he do to you? It's my fault you're dead, me, and my damn dedication to duty. There are so many things I meant to tell you, Linda. So many plans we never made. So many dreams we never realized. It's all my fault. If there's truly a heaven, sweet Linda, I pray to God you're happy there. Because if there is a heaven, I know there's a hell. I'm living in that hell right now. Like you can just feel the emotion just that's coming through there. And that was it for these Swamp Thing issues that I have for sale. We'll get these priced out next. I've got to do the Supergirls, the Adventure Comics. I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to the Superboys, but the Supergirls are pretty fantastic as well. And as always, if you like these videos, certainly subscribe. And when you subscribe, be sure to smash that bell. Thank you. Have a great evening.